You see that? You can't move those things around like...
the show's with us, but the audience are with us too.
They are with us. Thank you for being with us. It's Saturday morning and or whatever other day you're watching it. So don't go by us if you're really setting your week.
Nobody watches us except for on Saturday anyway, Mike.
Yeah, well, that's a good guess. And Sunday too.
Oh, really? Okay.
And Tuesday. And those of you who are on the internet who are watching us at this moment.
And yes, on YouTube.
Yes.
Or streaming live.
But that's it for the show. But this is a change. You know, the seasons have changed. I mean, we're starting to feel it. You know,
I feel it.
I turned the heater on and the swamp cooler's off, but I haven't yet did the thing of putting the heater on. So I think I'll wait.
You haven't did it.
I haven't done it. I haven't did the thing. I didn't do the thing. I haven't did it.
Well, I have done it.
Put the heater on?
Yes.
It's because you live in the north.
I do. I live north of town, and it's much colder up there.
And I live within the city limits.
Yes.
You're out of limits.
See, we don't pay city taxes, so we don't have street lights. We don't have fire hydrants.
And you don't have people spraying for mosquitoes, right?
Yeah, we do have that.
Well, that's good. That'll light up your skies. So the seasons are changing. The leaves are not yet falling. That'll probably happen in December. What else happens
They're falling
now?
at my house.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that's because you live up north.
We have a lot of different trees.
But we're getting ready for Thanksgiving, right? As you know.
It's a combination of Thanksgiving and
Hanukkah, which is the Jewish festival of lights, originally meant to compete with Christmas to make little Jewish kids feel that they're not left out. But now, of course, it's taken on a life of its own, and now it's competing with Thanksgiving.
Well, now, weren't there such a thing as little Jewish kids before they were little Christian kids?
Yes, there were.
So why do the Jewish kids feel bad?
Because nobody ever had holidays before, we started making them. We started making them with, like
the
Passover.
Jews have more holidays than the Christians do? Everybody knows that.
Well, but every day is a saint day, and if you're really religious, then you should celebrate every saint day, but not get off it. And the reason Jews have so many holidays is because we've been around for a long time. And things happen to us, people tried to get rid of us even before now.
Well, yeah.
Even.
Well, this show could be canceled, and you'd be gotten rid of again.
Oh, don't you wish? But there, you'd have to give up your...
I'd be gotten rid of too, I'm afraid.
So it would be equal.
But...
Yes, you're talking...
Every day,
talking about Thanksgiving.
Michael, every day
is a holiday.
It's a good day, and you should celebrate every day of life. Because every day above ground is a damn good day.
Well, that's a good philosophy. Where'd you get that philosophy?
And live it like it's the
Are you looking for reasons why you're hanging around and, doing stuff? And
reasons why I haven't killed myself yet?
Yeah, everybody's looking for that. Everybody looks for that.
But...
yes, I'm waiting for this transition here.
Well,
I'm waiting for the transition.
Christmas is just a month and a half away.
Segueing.
And another thing that we don't celebrate, but it comes around at this time every year, and this happens to be the 50th anniversary of the assassination of President Kennedy.
John F. Kennedy.
Now, and they, and believe it or not, there are still people who believe that little Lee Harvey Oswald is responsible for it all.
And there are also people who believe that little Lee Harvey Oswald did it himself.
That's what I mean. He's responsible for it all. Now,
and there's people like you who believe that he couldn't have handled it all.
Couldn't have handled it all. I firmly believe it was a conspiracy, especially since
Jack Ruby was paid off to shoot him.
And since E. Howard Hunt, on his deathbed, admitted to taking part in what he called the big event, which there makes it a conspiracy.
Could have been a party.
So
so then who'd he say hired him? E. Howard Hunt.
Well, he didn't. And
was it Lyndon Johnson?
In fact, E. Howard Hunt's son is in hiding.
And it also could have been the Mafia.
Could have been any number of things.
The Mafia, they say, killed his brother, RFK, who could have been the second of the Kennedys, just as we had Adams, Bush.
Yes.
Kennedy, Who else do we have?
Well, we also almost had Ted Kennedy.
Coulda. Had it not been for that stupid bridge getting in the way.
So anyway, this month, there's some 12 shows on TV about commemorating it, not celebrating it, but reliving it.
Honoring it. Those of us who are, 50 years and older, probably 55 years and older, remember it as like an incredibly horrible day. Unbelievable.
Well, you never forget where you were.
You don't remember it, do you?
Because
Because you weren't that old.
I was in utero.
No, you weren't in utero.
Vitro.
No, you were in the lab dish, and they didn't decide whether to, you know, start to split your cells.
They're still working on it.
I was in, actually, I was in music class in high school, I guess.
You're probably in 9th grade.
Probably. And all the girls started crying, and I was thinking, wow, I guess I'm not the only one that makes
the
them
girls cry.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't even have to kiss them to make them cry.
I didn't. Just being near them happened.
Just say, walk up
So
and say, Kennedy died.
An assassin killed Kennedy.
Several of them did.
One pulled the trigger, maybe two.
If you watch this Zapruder film closely.
Do we have a little clip of that, or we didn't?
We couldn't access that.
We couldn't do that, Ron?
We'll get it next week.
I thought you kept it in your wallet.
If you watch the Zapruder film closely, as I have, and I've examined it frame by frame, although some of the frames have been removed over the years. But if you want, everybody's watching Kennedy when his head explodes and when he gets shot. But if you watch the driver, the Secret Service driver of Kennedy's car, it's plain to see. You see the driver's driving like this. He turns back and he goes like this. He seems to have a gun in his hand. Then he turns back. Just so Kennedy gets it in the throat. And then the second bullet hits him coming from the front.
Why is it that some people believe every conspiracy theory and others don't believe any? Why is that?
Denial.
That you love conspiracy theories. You believe everybody's out to get you with their modified...
Not to get me.
Well, I would if I were them.
Yes.
That'd be a good start.
Just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not out to get you, Michael.
And just because they're out to get you, well, doesn't mean you know about it.
That's true. But many things are.
Who's that guy back there? He's got a gun.
Well, no, Bill O'Reilly recently came out with a book called Killing Kennedy, which in fact the Rob Lowe TV movie is based upon. Bill O'Reilly says it wasn't a conspiracy. And he says he doesn't even mention the E. Howard Hunt connection.
But you realize that Bill O'Reilly could be part of the conspiracy anyway.
Of course.
Is that what you think? That's
what
you think?
I do now, yeah.
He could be.
Come on, Bill.
But not Rob Lowe. He just wants an opportunity. Who's he playing?
He plays JFK.
See?
Yeah.
He likes another place too. He doesn't have too many shows going on. How many shows is he in? Only one of the Kennedy shows, but I don't think he's in any TV shows anymore. So
that's coming up Sunday.
Sunday.
Yes.
So how are you going to? Is it everything the same time or different times?
No,
a lot on PBS.
These run out all through the month of November. Some are documentaries and some are docudramas.
Docudramas. That's more exciting because there's better acting there.
There's a Dan Rather special. Dan Rather was the one that was. In fact, Dan Rather gave Lee Harvey Oswald's wife a ride to Dallas. Yeah.
Really?
He caught up with her and gave her a ride.
Oh. Did he get any facts out of her?
Yes, I guess he did.
So then Dan Rather should have a book coming out. Although nobody knew. I mean, Lee Harvey Oswald was in Russia for a couple of months, right? Before that?
Oh, yeah. Sure. He was a perfect patsy.
He was.
The perfect patsy. But, and they've done recreations using the Mannlicher Carcano rifle that was used.
Right, and they said nobody could...
No, they did it. They recreated it. But it's luck. You'd have to have lucky shots to get them off that fast.
And that accurate.
Yes, but they haven't explained how a bullet from behind can whiz around and hit you in the front of the head. That's the shot that killed Kennedy.
That's science.
It's a boomerang bullet.
How does the moon keep going around the Earth? Theoretically, it should just go in a straight line, right? He was a very magnetic person, Kennedy. So what happened was the bullet came out magnetized.
I see. Yeah. So anyway, JFK is all this month, and
you're lucky you weren't in his
it.
Circle of friends. Otherwise, you could have been shot too.
Yeah. John Connolly got it.
He did. Only in the shoulder, though. And then he got elected. Yes. Well, that's exciting.
So that's part of our holiday
this is
season.
Kennedy end month, yes.
That's part of the holiday season. Which, by the way, the holiday season this year is 6 days shorter. The days from Thanksgiving to Christmas is considered the true holiday shopping season. It's 6 days shorter than it usually is.
So this year, Thanksgiving is on the 27th.
So they're saying less money will be made with merchants during that period of time.
Maybe the same amount of money made more concentrated.
Well, that doesn't mean that just
You know,
because...
people don't just start on Thanksgiving.
Start on Thanksgiving.
They start all the time.
But Thanksgiving is when the sales begin. The stores, Kmart's going to be open all day, all night.
November, what is it? November 31st. Oh, that's after Thanksgiving. Isn't that the
Black
buy local?
Friday.
Buy local.
Right. So that's the big push is on Thanksgiving.
And why is it called Black Friday?
Because you don't want to go near it.
No, that's how it works.
That's when they mark everything down.
No.
They're open from like 6 in the morning until for 48 hours
I always
straight.
thought there was some dire thing. There's a Black Friday in the stock market.
Yeah, it's back in 1929.
In the options. But in the holiday season, Black Friday, they say with a lot of businesses, they've been working at a deficit and they finally are making money from holiday Black Friday.
And then the day after that is the internet day of shopping. I forget what that's called.
Happy Saturday.
Plaid.
Happy
Saturday.
Cheery Saturday.
So anyway.
Start buying now. Avoid the 6-day squeeze. You still have, it's got to be at least, well, it's not 30 days, 28 days to buy stuff.
A month and a half.
A month. A month. That's it. No half. No half.
Yeah, a month and a half.
No, it's the 27th to 25th.
No, I'm talking from now.
Oh, from now.
From right now. Start now.
People go all, hey, there's such a thing. Ever go to the Christmas tree shops? They're in the back east. Christmas tree shops sounds like you should be shopping for your presents all year long.
Oh.
They're actually just a discount store.
Oh, I see.
But Christmas tree makes it happy.
It's the junk they didn't sell the previous year.
Just take that stuff and
charge it.
Charge it.
Yes.
And you don't have to worry until next year.
Now,
which happens
another thing that
5 days later.
for, that we all paid for,
which would be what?
Were the 9 new flagpoles erected down at City Hall.
Are you allowed to say the word erected on TV?
Yes, you are.
Oh.
And they were erected in commemoration of all the armed forces, the branches of military.
All 6 branches of the military, right?
Yes.
We determined.
Army, Navy, Air Force.
I could see your finger.
Marines.
Yeah.
Merchant Marines,
and
Coast Guard.
I thought you had a 6th finger. Oh, that was blown off on 4th of July. Yeah.
And then you have American flag, State of New Mexico flag.
And the city flag.
I guess the city flag. There used to be
no, they're bringing
an MIA flag.
No, they're bringing the MIA flag. It's going to be in a shorter pole.
Now, why is that?
I don't know, because
they ran out of money?
They're missing in action. They can't really reach the high pole.
Now, is City Hall the place to have all these flags?
Where would you suggest?
Veterans Park.
How about Borman Auto?
No, Veterans Park is where I think these flags should be. Well, I mean, what are we saying? Thanks for all the war?
Thank you, veterans, for allowing the city to be here. It's really the people who stay in the country and work the country that keep the government going. The people we send out of the country are just because we don't have enough jobs for them.
Well,
here. And we haven't had enough jobs because we don't spend a lot of money on, health care and improving the infrastructure.
Well, should our tax dollars be paying for these flagpoles?
Should they?
Plus the fact that the contractor...
How much do they cost?
The contractor is from out of state. We couldn't even get a Las Cruces contractor
An
to
El Paso
erect them.
contractor. And we don't have it, but luckily, maybe they're going to sneak a Texas flag in there.
The Texas flag wouldn't be...
Because we spent $80,000 to put in 9 flags, so $10,000 a flagpole. Sort of.
There's nobody
you got to dig a hole.
How do we erect a
you got to buy a metal flagpole.
You got to put concrete
and then you put concrete in. That's worth $10,000 each.
There's enough flagpoles around town. You would think people here would know how to do it. I just question why it has to be at City Hall. I think it should be at Veterans Memorial Park.
They probably have flags there. I don't remember.
They don't have those flags.
Well, maybe they have some flags there.
They have, sir. So does City Hall.
Well, now everybody's got flags. That's what we need, a flag-waving country, because when you're a flag-waving country, that means you're the best.
Oh, is that what it means?
Yeah, I think so.
And people think that. Send you off to war much more easily.
Right, because when they wave a flag in your honor, it's definitely worth it.
Well, we're going to take a break.
Are we going to take a break?
And then we're going to come back.
We are.
Because we have the freedom in this country, Michael, to do so.
Because of the veterans.
So.
And the government who votes to send them out there. Or not even votes. They could just get the president to push them into the country.
Well, we're on a cable television system which is regulated by the federal government.
Oh. Uh-oh. So does that mean we have to take a break now?
We have to take a break now. We'll be right back after these words.
Welcome to La Buena Vida Women's Club, located away from the crowds but close to home. Come come in throughout the day for Jazzercise, the world's dance fitness leader for nearly 40 years. Treat yourself to a relaxing massage, or unwind in the lounge area or outside on the balcony with friends. La Buena Vida Women's Club, located and designed with women in mind. For information, call Diane at 650-9721.
Hey, you, come here. Do you want to know the news? The Lost Cruises channel is now on 7 days a week, so keep it right here.
Celebrate, celebrate, Fiesta Motors.
Come and see us today and discover why our service is second to none. In business for over 17 years, we have the right car for you. When you buy a vehicle from Fiesta Motors, we do everything possible to ensure your satisfaction. Located at the corner of El Paseo and Main. See you there.
Celebrate, Fiesta Motors, where buying a car is always a celebration.
Well, speaking of City Hall,
You were doing that, and we were singing the theme in the background.
we we just went through an election, a local election.
Very skimpy pickings there.
No,
3
nobody
city
voted.
council people. Yeah, I think 7% voted in the town.
You can get
Really, thanks a
300
lot.
votes and win.
It's incredible.
The second largest city in the state, 300 votes is all you need to win.
The biggest voting was for the Gil Sorg, I think, or the Levantino one.
Michael, you could have run, and maybe
I
placed-
could have gotten.
You could have placed second.
know. I could have gone door to door. Second out of 2.
You finally got that. You're quick.
Well, yeah, but
Well,
there were 2 people running for everything, except for the Levantino one, which is 3 people.
Yes, and I'm surprised.
Curtis Rosman.
That Curtis didn't do
He
better.
got like 20% of
He
the
had
vote.
the name recognition.
Yeah. If you knew who the manager of Walmart's been for the last 30 years, you would know him.
Well, he's also involved in beauty pageants. Dancing with the Stars. Dancing with the Stars. He's got a Herbalife shop over in Mesilla.
Yeah. He does? He also, doesn't he run the flea market down on Picacho? He opened that up.
Oh, I think
He does.
he's involved in
He
that
does.
somehow.
I'm surprised he hasn't opened up restaurants, because that's our favorite topic. But
Well-
we're not going to talk about that.
But
So,
we are going to give the results of the election in case you haven't heard them.
What are the results?
Well, District 3,
Yes.
my district,
Yes. Olga,
the incumbent, Olga Pedroza, was reelected.
all the incumbents that ran this time were elected.
That's true, all the incumbents.
And Gil Sorg also won against Rowie.
But there was one race where the incumbent was not running.
Sharon Thomas, who everybody
run.
liked from that district. Oddly enough,
District 6.
the person with counter attitudes to her won to take over her position.
Cecilia Levatino
Yes.
won with
Levatino.
842 votes, which is 42%.
And I think, is that the biggest, 842?
Yes.
Sorry, yep, that's the largest district. That's all of Sonoma
Well-
Ranch. The most responsible people in the city, obviously.
Now,
and
the,
then,
the judges received more votes.
well, that's because
because
everybody
there's only
voted
2
for
of
them. So he got
And Judge Kieran Ryan, the incumbent, won the judgeship
26. How many?
with 2,700 votes, basically.
2,700 votes.
Yeah.
So that
And-
means about 5,000 people voted.
Yeah. So it's kind of pitiful that that few people voted in Las Cruces. But that's Las Cruces. And that's Las Cruces politics.
5,000. Now we have 100,000 people in town.
Yeah, well,
That's theoretically 5%, but I think they said 7% voted. So maybe not all 100.
and 3,000
oh, well,
people vote.
a lot of them are kids, can't vote.
50,000 voters and 3,000 people vote.
Amazing. So what else? We have county offices closed for Veterans Day.
Veterans Day is Monday.
And, you know, if you want to go see flags of the veterans, they're all in front of City Hall.
That's
What
right.
do you think about Veterans Day?
Well,
You got to have it. I think November 11th, good day for it, 11/11.
and didn't it used to become called Armistice Day? Or
After World War I, because that's when the armistice was that stopped World War I. That's You know, one of the good things about these days is a little history. Some people get off. Apparently, the university doesn't get off on Veterans Day.
Oh, but the city and the county offices are all closed on Veterans Day, this coming Monday. Now, Veterans Day is to really...
And the banks.
Celebrate the living veterans, while Memorial Day commemorates the dead ones, right?
I suppose.
Yeah, I think that's how it works.
So, hooray for the people who live.
Who made it.
Unfortunately, they're dying too, so it's just a matter of time.
Well, as far as the World War II veterans, we're losing 1,000 a day.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't keep track of them? They're walking off. They're all Alzheimer's. They're just walking to the great beyond.
They're just dying of old age.
So Veterans Day, very exciting. I think it's great. You notice that once fall gets here, we have a slew of holidays. We don't have holidays in the summer, and I think the reason for that is everybody takes vacation in the summer. They don't need all these holidays, but everybody gets back to work. Yeah, that's about it.
And my birthday.
Yeah, we take that off.
Sure.
What day is that?
June 25th.
Yes, I do take that day off. I mean, I don't work that day.
You don't work that day.
I mean that. And so you have a day that you can take off. So we started with Labor Day, Veterans Day, Columbus Day we had, right?
That's in the spring, isn't
it? What day did we just get off for? I think it was Columbus Day, or Italian Day.
I don't know.
All right. But the rest of then we get Thanksgiving Day. We get a whole week off for that. Or we get a whole week off for Christmas, usually.
And yeah, now
we normally get the entire week of Hanukkah off.
Since the city county offices are all going to be closed, I know one person who works for the county who will probably be at work at her desk, and that's Julia Brown, the new county manager.
She might not be at her desk because nobody's going to be at anybody's desk.
She's got to hit the ground running.
If you're a manager, you have to manage somebody, and if they're all on vacation.
Oh, she's got a lot of catching up to do, I'm sure.
I guess so.
You know.
So yes, we went through a lot of different people to get down to Julia Brown, who's a lawyer who's had a number of jobs. Our own Ken Miyagishima ran for that position.
Didn't even get past the first phase.
Own mayor Ken Miyagishima, yes, ran for that position.
Yes.
And did he get it? But he's still the mayor. Who's got more power? He's got more prominence. I think more people know the name of the mayor.
Well, he doesn't have any power. The city manager is the one with the power, as is the county manager. And Julia Brown, you know, I kind of feel sorry for her. She's got quite a learning curve to figure out the politics and the corruption of Doñana County.
And the interim manager is taking over as her assistant, so she's got at least somebody who knows what has been going on a day-to-day basis up till now. So that's going to be pretty good.
Right? Then we also have a new manager for the Las Cruces Convention Center.
Important thing because we have so many conventions here.
And
what's her name?
Her name is Rebecca Bolton.
Yes.
She worked for Spectrum, Global Spectrum, who runs, they run a lot of convention centers around the country.
Yeah.
And she replaced David Hicks.
Rebecca.
Oh, that's not quite how you spell Rebecca, but...
Yeah, it's close enough. She was from Cincinnati. So you wonder, going from Cincinnati to Las Cruces, Cincinnati must be losing a lot of people. That's Hicks, right?
That's Hicks. He's out. He was forced out. She was placed in.
And what we're looking for with the convention center is...
conventions.
To make its namesake true, as opposed to the grabbing parties away from other places in Las Cruces.
Well, the problem is we get very few conventions coming in from out of town because, number one, there's no airport.
Number two, there's nothing that we do here that another city doesn't. I mean, it's not like we're New Orleans. Everybody would love to go to New Orleans or San Francisco or Seattle, places where there's great things to do. You say, I'm going to Seattle for a convention. People go, cool.
Plus, there was a hotel promised to be built right next to the convention center, and that never happened. Although there's about 4 or 5 hotels within
just
walking
right
distance.
in the same section. There's exactly that.
But most of the conventions that we get there at the convention center are things that could have already taken place at hotel ballrooms and other functions around facilities around town. So basically, low rent conventions. What we're getting, like gun shows.
Well, local ones, yeah.
Yeah. Now,
who else?
El Paseo,
which is right near the convention center.
Which is right near there. El Paseo is going to be closed.
The lower part of it.
Lanes are going to be closed. It's going to be under construction again I think El Paseo is the most under-constructed road in Las Cruces.
It's a very long road. It gets a lot of
between Fernie Road and University. There would be lane changes and detours, and
which
so
is okay. So Glen Cutter will be hard to get to.
Yes.
The new restaurant in
That
Lemongrass that nobody knows the name
nobody
of.
can remember.
William and somebody restaurant. That'll be tough to get to. And what's the bank there? Pioneer Bank.
Wells Fargo Bank is right there.
Oh yeah, that's right up there.
Yeah, so watch out for that.
Watch out for that. What's next?
Oh,
we have to keep moving along here.
Yes. Well, you know, remember what happened over in Deming?
Yes.
Deming police arrested a fellow named David Eckerd, and they assumed that he was hiding drugs in his
rectum,
anal cavity.
Oh.
And so, so they forced an anal probe and colonoscopy upon the poor man.
This conversation is making me uncomfortable.
Even after an X-ray showed he had nothing in there. They couldn't find a doctor in Deming willing to do it, so they took him all the way to Silver City, where they were more than happy to probe the poor guy. And
now
they found nothing in there.
But they charged him for a colonoscopy.
Well, they still had, they sent him the bill for all these procedures. And, of course, now he's suing all the cops and the doctors and everybody who manhandled him.
Yes.
I mean, if I want to be probed, I'll let aliens from another planet do it.
And you have, so there you go.
Yeah, but the Deming police, I don't
think
so.
I don't know. I guess, he's fighting this and he's suing them. You got to give him a hand.
Well,
in the right place.
They said he was clenching his buttocks and that looked suspicious. So
no, they said that the dog alerted to his car seat
as well.
So
after he
obviously,
clenched his buttocks.
He could have just been farting grass. You know?
When you go to Deming, don't clench your buttocks or they will probe you.
They should have a sign as you get
Yes.
Sphincter crunching.
Okay. Now, also coming up this weekend is a low-cost spay and neuter program.
Yeah, that has a lot to do with it.
And that's being held at the VFW Hall out there west.
So those are two subjects that are just uncomfortable. Colonoscopies and neutering and spaying. Yes,
well, yes.
They're uncomfortable.
Yeah, out of the VFW Hall, Porter Road and Bataan Highway West.
Yes.
It's a $25 copay.
You want to get your animals neutered.
And vaccinations are only $9.
And vaccinated.
Yeah, so take them out there.
You believe in getting your pets vaccinated? You don't believe in getting vaccinations yourself?
If you have an indoor pet, there's no need to vaccinate it.
What if they become autistic?
How would you know?
What would an autistic cat act like? It would act like
if you have an indoor cat, there's no need to vaccinate them because they're not going to catch rabies from anything
that's better than the rest of the stuff. We're going to have to go to the next one. Let's talk about...
the horse slaughter is coming up.
Well, no, the horse slaughter has been halted.
It was halted.
So it was halted.
No more horse slaughters in New Mexico for the time being.
Don't go to your butcher asking for horse steaks.
Meat.
Okay. And this weekend... tonight, in fact.
Tonight, there's a play downtown called Give Us This Day, which is about the Bataan Death March. And that's going to be at the Rio Grande Theater Saturday, Sunday, and Monday at 7:30.
1,600 people from this state
participated.
And 900 came back.
Right.
That's a high death thing. Daylight Donuts is open on Solano. They are pretty good. I tasted some this week.
We'd like to talk about new restaurants that open, and that's one of them.
We'll talk about more when we get back next week.
All right, so that's it for Double Talk
and
Single Talk.
Have a happy donut.
We'll see you back here next week, right here on Channel 98's Double Talk.